Again, two teams that as of today are above the playoff cutoff line here in Major League Rugby.
Separated by only a single point in the overall standings. Both to play clean. 3 cards last week. You mentioned bouncing back. That loss on the road to New England, obviously travel a factor, but those 3 cards in a poor second half, that ultimately was their undoing.
So the 25-year-old looking to put 3 on the board. He has. New York does not take long to strike here in the opening 2 minutes. So a successful set piece for Austin on the line out as they continue with this attack. Deepest penetration so far into New York territory here on the pitch. Austin will try to tack on its first score. Not the most challenging effort for him. We've seen him already with some classics this year. Into a burnt orange wall.
Miranda, the U.S.-born, Argentine-raised man, and Leonard brought down looking for the offload. No support there for Will Leonard. Matchup between the Gilgronis and the Giltinis moves to Wednesday night, prime time.
Hollingshead gives New York its second lead.
Expected with Mason and Hollingshead dueling it out with the penalty.
They'll continue to feed it and trying to stretch it over to that far touchline before cutting it back in. And then into the arms of tonight's hooker, Hugh Roach for Austin.
And Roach was injured earlier in the season, the former Australian U20.
As the fullback the other way for New York, this is Troy Lockyer.
A nice run down to the 22, and thought he turned it over, did not.
Give New York its largest lead. Would still just be 1 score. And it's good.
It's in. Right between the uprights, flags come up.
Ross quickly shuffling that ball to his right.
No! Pure power at the try line. Can Austin come away with 1?
Calling over Will Leonard.
Come tough. Never release first? No. Announce, no.
Down a man and pinned back at their own 5 as Austin continues this threat to try to post the first 5 on the board.
Austin needs to score. They need a try. They have the man advantage outside.
Trying to utilize that advantage right here. Extra effort.
Sit!
Hollingshead, all the points for New York. Austin looking to find the first 5-pointer of the game. Can they hear?
Galley feeds that scrum. What a tackle initially, but the ball freed up.
Sit!
Yes, Petty! Yes, Petty! Yes, Petty!
Let's see if they can get some breathing room. Austin tries to charge it down, unsuccessful. McIntosh gets his touch briefly. And now an advantage for New York. A knock-on called on Austin.
Quinn Nawadi with that tackle. The Victoria BC man.
How many?
New York right now down a man.
Thanks.
As Austin declares 6 for the lineout. Chavez goes up to get it. Trying to form that maul and getting it to drive in the right direction. New York at the moment providing resistance before it spins forward. That'll catapult the Orange charging into the try line and able to dot it down for the first time. It finally pays off for the home first lead here before the half-hour mark.
Successful line-out, one of the strengths of Austin. I mentioned more than half of their tries have originated at the line-out. A great maul. Roach able to peel off, and the Aussie across and down for the first try tonight. Take a look, just battling, would not be brought down. That 5'10", 240-pound frame.
For kicks. Mason strikes again with all of 1 point to their advantage. Roach, another one to Ross, and that's almost a no-brainer every time.
And he's almost automatic, Isaac Ross. Oh, able to break through Macca Jones.
Jones off to the races.
It's good.
But no support there, stolen away. Great work from New York. Support was slow, and New York happy to take it back, and here comes Rugby United.
Able to strip it away cleanly. Now they are off for a bit of a jaunt.
What an offload. He does, and a big tackle there.
Yeah, they missed Will Leonard on that try earlier, but he was there to make a big stop. Here's Isaac Ross. Oh, the big tree who several times has found his way falling in for the try. Joined Austin last year just before the season was cut short. And it's basically muscle memory. Both those flags are raised every time his foot goes into that ball.
The feedback from the players was it was really hard running into that sunlight, and they were really struggling to see. So I'm looking for first 10 minutes to really come in.
That has been great on the lineouts. Oh, too long over the head of Savannah. Austin able to claim it. Macca Jones with it for the AGs.
Can New York stay disciplined here? Along their 22.
Oh, good dummy.
And Cali did not have control of it.
But penalty to Austin.
From 22 meters out. Flags are up. He was a bright spot a few weeks ago in the last home match.
We saw Hudson do it all. Now the foreman, Don Bailey.
Bailey lays the lumber.
Austin doing a good job staying on side.
Extra support in the form of Wilton.
Oh, look at the big Brazilian rumble.
Thought that shirt looked extra clean. Oh, off the mark. Here's the opportunity. Fireworks on the horizon. Mac Mason. 15 meters out. Once ago, Mac Mason.
Right place, right time. He read the throw from the line out and knifing through the heart of the New York defense. Finally.
This makes things interesting. No need to rush if you're Austin. They'll kick one into space, and here is perhaps the miscue that could cost them.
Kick through right into the hands of Bennett.
You don't take this for granted. Executing the line out.
Dodson through the fingertips, right to Hermesheis.
Oh, to the former Austin man. Honko comes up with a big stop and the steal. Sense of urgency here for New York. Stringing together the passes. Waters comes up with a stop at midfield, halting the momentum from Matina.
Able to take down the Manhattan native out of Xavier High School, not giving him any space.
New York has not scored here in the second half. And a knock-on for New York.
Crunching tackle from Campbell, and you will imagine that is going to do it. It will indeed. Bobby Dice forces the knock-on, and Austin gets the win.